Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble, 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you. So remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay. And if you'd like a personal read, check out the description below. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or to come on over and subscribe so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. Beautiful collective. We're starting off with the Six of Wands. It says you're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. So you are a big deal. Start acting like it. It looks like this person could be shopping, buying something nice for themselves, male or female. Collective, you are a big deal. So start acting like it. This message is very clear, okay? So maybe it's time for you to treat yourself to something nice, okay? Make time, make room to treat yourself to something nice. Be good to you. You are the MVP. You are very important. Make time to do something nice and kind for yourself, okay? Okay. The next card we have here is a beautiful Nine of Cups. It says, live in a constant state of gratitude. So they're telling you to live in a constant state of gratitude, to be grateful and to be thankful. So be grateful and be thankful and make sure you're being kind to yourself, okay? Life is different for each and every one of us. There's always something that will be going on, whether it's in your personal life or it's in the world around you, the simulation around you, social media, the television. There'll always be something going on that makes you uncomfortable. But no matter what, make sure that you're constantly being grateful. Being grateful within itself for having life, having spirit, which is the breath in your body, could magnetize so much prosperity to you, collective. And that's why this, phrase is being stretched out, a lot being over, I guess we'd say, repetitiously, presented. Gratitude is the attitude, and should be your altitude each and every day. Make the best of every situation. I'm picking up on the energy of someone who needs to come out of complaining, work with what you have. We're constantly in the energy of evolution. We're constantly going through changes inside and out, each and everything around us, each and every person around us. So nothing, no matter who you are or what you're dealing with in this moment, there is nothing that will stay the same forever. So, whatever mind frame that you are in, whatever thoughts you have about yourself, about the conditions of your situation, it will not be that way forever. Whatever you are experiencing, whatever kind of hardship or anything that you consider to be uncomfortable to you, it will not be that way forever. So trust and know that we're watching things change around us on a daily. Things are changing, okay? And no matter what kind of change it is, it's either, where it's positive on one side, it could be negative for someone else on the other side. So either way, duality exists in all things. But when you shift your perception to being grateful and practicing gratitude, it will create a level of balance in your life. Okay. So focus on who you are. Put on those clothes that you love, that you like, that make you feel good. You don't have to have a destination to dress up, to go somewhere. I once met someone who dressed up each and every day. When I say dress, they dress. And I asked them, why did they do that? I mean, they fully dressed it like they were really going like to a wedding or something fancy. And they say, you know what? I don't need a reason to look good. They shared that with me. I don't need a reason to look good or feel good. And you know what? I closed my mouth from there. I closed my mouth because mic drop. You don't need a reason to look good or feel good. And I'm glad to have had that conversation. And I'm glad that I asked that person that, because it was very inspiring for me, very uplifting for me. You don't need a reason. You don't have to be going somewhere. It's like doing your hair or getting a haircut, whether you're male or female, doing your hair, getting a haircut, or putting on a new outfit, and somebody you know say, "Well, where you think you going? Or why you all dressed up?" That's really like a backhanded insult. It's not a compliment. Just think about that. What do you mean why I'm dressed up? What are you saying I look like otherwise? And why I got to be going somewhere? Why can't I just do this because I want to do this? And why do it have to be any of your business of why? That's really a backhanded insult. Let that marinate collective for a minute. The next time a person asks you, "Oh, where you going all dressed up?" Well, wait a minute. Any other time, what I look like? You're supposed to be a friend. Well, friend, what are you not saying to me? You know, it's really like an insult. That is not a compliment. And I would tell them none of their business. Oh, oh, you only look nice if you're going somewhere. No, I look nice whether I got my it on or not. I look good in my jammies. Stop playing with me. Okay. The next card I have here is the Two of Wands. It says, "Your decisions decide your future here and nothing else." Your decisions decide your future here and nothing else. So this goes with the card gratitude we were just speaking about. Being grateful and thankful can really uh, shift your life. And being grateful and thankful is not going around saying, "Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm so." No, 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 no. It's feeling it and being it. Showing that you're grateful for where you live by making sure you clean up behind yourself and, not walking past the trash or paper in your front lawn. I know you can't take care of everybody, but those little things, showing that you're grateful. I don't care if you got one or two outfits by making sure you wash it and iron it every day. Everybody have different situations and all are welcome here on this channel. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's what gratitude is, not complaining. "Oh, we got to eat this again." Being grateful that you have a meal and trusting and knowing that look, it's going to change eventually. When it's all ate up, something else will be there. And you know what? Why not just be grateful just to have a meal in front of you? How about that? The complaining, the complaining, yeah. So I love this card. The Two of Wands. It says your decisions decide your future here and nothing else. So your decision to be grateful and thankful and be kind to yourself and start acting like it, treating yourself, taking what you have around you. Maybe if you're saying, "Well, I don't have the money to go shopping," well, guess what? Take what's around you. Take the time to do your hair. Take the time to paint your nails. So what, you can't go to the nail shop. Just there's a lot of things you can do to yourself, for yourself. Kind things, put them clothes on. Keep your environment clean. Raise the shades up. Let some chi up in the house. Let some sunlight in the house. There's a lot of things we can do to uplift our mood, but sitting around and complaining is not going to do anything. For as long as you've been on planet Earth, I'm pretty sure, because we all have, we witnessed things changing. I'm pretty sure you witnessed a lot of things changing that's out of your control. And the fact that you're still here, I'm pretty sure you made it through that. You'll continue to thrive and survive. Message. And so this message is clearly conveying, Spirit is saying for us to be mindful of complaining, be mindful of not being grateful and wondering, and, when is this going to happen, that going to happen? Just be grateful for today. Be grateful each and every day you open your eyes. And work on not complaining, okay? Taking what you have around you and making it work for you, okay? We have Temperance energy here. You or someone around you could have Sagittarius placement here. We have Temperance, the beautiful Temperance energy, okay? That balance energy, that Earth Angel energy, okay? It says let go of self-imposed limitations. Haha, I love it. Letting go of self-imposed limitation. See, self-imposed. So Spirit is clearly saying what? The limitations that you have are not because they actually exist. It's about what you decide. You decide your future here and now. And make sure that you are grateful. It's being confirmed to you. Let go of self-imposed limitations. Okay? It's being confirmed. So any area that you feel there is lack, any area that you feel you're not being treated right, or maybe you're building or creating something that's taking a long time, you want it to happen now. Spirit is saying, just be grateful for now. Be grateful for the moment. It will get better. There are always many reasons why things aren't moving swift and fast. You do not want anything to move swift and fast and you be like pushed to the forefront and there are still lessons to learn. You do not want to, a star needs preparation. Okay. Before the seeds, you can harvest the seeds, the soil needs to be treated and tilted and there's special things that needs to be done in life. So while we're here in the 3D and we want everything to happen quick and swiftly, especially with everything being digital and social media, and we have these miniature computers in our pocket that we can carry with us, we assume everything to be instant. We want everything instantaneously fun, instantaneously, everything now, now, now. But it's just not how it goes. As we move about, there'll be several changes, and we have to learn how to be in the flow of the changes. We also have to allow ourselves to adjust. Also, really, you know, um, we also have to allow ourselves to adjust. One moment here, collector. There are many things we have to adjust to. There are new inventions and new rules and policies, and we have to learn how to be in the flow instead of having conversations and complaining about what the price is with this. No, figure out how you're going to be in the flow. And so, Spirit is also conveying that, avoiding engaging in conversations where people are complaining. We already know what's going on. We walk into the stores, we see the television. We don't need to go and spend our time, our precious currency, having conversations complaining because it's just magnetizing more things to complain about. And before you know it, you'll be overly stressed. You'll be overwhelmed with stress and aggravated because you spent your whole day focusing on, what's happening. This is going up. And go within the flow of the changes that's happening around you. Okay? Mm-hmm. So those are the kind of conversations that you want to have, instead of complaining, have conversations that maybe you can show someone or teach someone how to be frugal, how to save, how to build, how to create, or where the savings are, where the discounts are, instead of complaining about everything because it's like a fruit fly to me. When I hear people complaining, it's like, ugh, get away from me, straight up. That's how I feel. And I won't say nothing, but if I'm in a public and I hear you complaining, I'm going to move away from you. I might move 10, 20, 12. I might go outside and tell the receptionist, hey, just signal me. When it's my turn, just signal me, raise your hand. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to get away from these complaints. No, sir. No, no. Mm-mm. Yeah. No, no, no. And as I was speaking of walking away, bam, the Eight of Cups. That is me all day walking away. And so Spirit is conveying, they're giving me the download to share, to walk away, because there are people or there is someone, there's a large portion in the world, or there's a large portion of people that will see this video that are engaging in these topics, whether it's about politics, whether it's about the price of chicken, tissue, gas, rent, mortgage, whatever. Be working towards finding a way to go in the flow, meaning be working towards if there's something going on in your household with finances, with anything, put your conversation and energy towards solution. Not what happened, not problem, solution. Your energy goes where the mind flows. So let your mind flow towards solution. Let your mind flow towards gratitude. Let your mind flow towards being good to yourself, being kind to yourself, even if that's just listening to some nice music, okay, watching a funny movie, okay. Let your mind, let go of self-imposed limitation, and that's engaging in the conversations where people are gossiping and complaining, okay, because it really matters. Once again, the Two of Wands says your decisions decide your future here and nothing else. So where you decide to engage your currency each and every day of your life doesn't matter who you are, what your belief system is. Well, that's the level, well, that's the frequency you will navigate towards you. If it's always complaining or who you don't like and you can't stand this, well, guess what? You're gonna pour more of that towards you. That's just how it is. It's law, baby. It's law. It's law. It is. It is. Because it's all about balance with the Two of Pentacles. It says, when life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. And to be balanced means you're doing what? Here we go. Going within the flow of life, not complaining, but going within the flow of change, finding a way to make it work for you and your family. You know, okay, this company went up on their prices. Well, you know what? Instead of me getting on the phone and having this conversation, I can't stand so and so. I can't believe my bill came. You know what? How about we just do some research and see what other new companies are around who have a good deal that'll help the budget of my family. Okay, how about that? How about we just focus towards that? Okay, that's just a good example for you, collective. Okay, how about we focus on that? Balancing. I'm going to put that in the middle because it's about balancing. Everything goes back to balance with everything in life. You have to do everything within limitation and have boundaries, which equals balance. Okay, and the next is the Tower card, number 16. Okay. The one and the seven representing reflection, assessment. Okay. It says, get ready. Things are about to get shaken up. So, Spirit is saying, when you hear, when you receive that NLP, that programming telling you this going to happen, that going to happen, and you want to clutch your pearls and grab the phone and get in these conversations, well, they want you to center yourself. Ground yourself, okay? Don't ignore, but ground yourself. And if nothing at all, just be still for a moment. Because 9 times out of 10, the energy that is being presented to you, you will find majority of the time, if you learn to be still, that it may not affect you as you expected it to. Okay? You may feel a little pinch, but not a sting. How about that? Okay, or better yet, you might hear about a pinch and nobody got a stain. Okay, all right. So be mindful of becoming overexcited, overstressing yourself, over worrying about issues with the Tower energy here that hasn't happened. It says things are about to be shaken up. About. That means it hasn't happened yet. This hasn't happened yet. This person is looking in the window. It hasn't happened yet. It says about. The wind is just blowing about. In this tree house, right? Because that's a tree house in there. And she's looking at it and it's flaming, but this is a figment of her imagination. In this read, this is representing a figment of her imagination about. It hasn't even occurred. Be mindful because you can send your body. I'm not a licensed medical physician. This is not medical advice. You can send your body into a shock wave where you will think something is happening and it isn't. You overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself like that. Okay? That's for somebody. Someone really needs this message. Someone is really getting riled up every time, yeah. Pay attention what you are absorbing, what you're watching, what you're listening to. What is it feeding your soul? What is it feeding your spirit? And sometimes you have to turn that stuff off and go watch some cartoons, go outside, read a book, listen to some music, play a game, go do something else, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, go for a ride. Get your pen and paper. Can you draw? Get a coloring book. Get some paint. Find something else to do. You have to switch up. Okay? Because a lot of times, we program ourselves. We really can't blame things outside of us. We actually program ourselves, and we have to wait a minute. I'm having too much of this. Watch some cartoons or something. Yeah, you're never too old for cartoons or a coloring book. Okay, and so the next one is the Nine of Wands. It would take a hell lot of more to defeat you. Look at that. They're reminding you. It would take a lot to defeat you. This is letting you know that you are protected and you will not be defeated. But check it out. This person's all in their head. Oh no, I heard it's going to happen. We got to prepare. Oh, let's go get some tissue. Let's go buy all the tissue. Did you go to let's go to the Sam's Club down there. Okay, let's go get the dish detergent. Okay. Hypothetically thinking. And they're letting you know it will take a whole lot to defeat you. You are supported. You are protected. Be mindful of your thoughts. Get grateful and stay balanced. Be mindful of your thoughts and walk away from those energies that don't serve you, for those, negative conversations, those people who want to have fruitless conversations. It's time to walk away from those conversations straight up. Straight up. It's time to walk away. And even total strangers will try to project and have these conversations with you. Be mindful, collective. Oh, they will try it. Total strangers. So be mindful. Your ancestors are informing you that they've been here and they've done that. But while you're here, how is it possible for you to live a life that is fulfilled and full of bliss if you're constantly in the energy of worry? How will you be able to enjoy a moment of celebration or being celebrated if you're constantly stressing? You can only control yourself. You cannot control other people or those things outside of you. But how will you be able to notice or identify that, you should be celebrating if you're so focused on stressing or worrying? It is what it is. You're only one person. At the end of the day, you can only do what you can and surrender the rest. You have to really rely on the spiritual and not the physical. You can do whatever you choose, but it's a great idea to rely more on the spiritual than the physical. And the more that you work on that, that takes time, but the more you accept and concur with the idea, you could possibly increase your ability to land on your feet, increase your ability to the point where you'll be in circumstances where you are relaxing and rejuvenating, and you have built some sort of security for yourself where you're able to rest and you don't have to be in worry or stress because you have learned how to navigate, when it comes to energy, when it comes to the matrix, when it comes to how to thrive and survive, when it comes to knowing what's real and what isn't. And at the end of the day, it just is what it is. You have to conquer your fears. Once you conquer your fears, you got it. You the champ. You have to conquer those fears. So whatever it is that is nagging you, that you feel that you're so worried about, that has you afraid and clutching your pearls every moment that you hear something, you're shaking or you're having a panic attack or anxiety. Anxiety is simply just trying to control something in the future that has not occurred. Once again, that has not occurred. As I said, with this tower energy that's in this person's mind, it has not occurred. That's simply what anxiety is. Not releasing your control, wanting to dictate and control every moment, and we can't. We cannot control every moment, and life wouldn't be life if we could control every moment, and there would be no lessons to be learned. So yeah, allow yourself to experience. The Nine of Wands is perseverance, and know that you will persevere. You will make it through. You will overcome. Okay? We give so much time to so many things. Spirit is saying it's time to give time to yourself. Instead of focusing on the hypotheticals and this is going to happen and that is going to happen. People, if a person is imbalanced and they don't want to, or either they're not, they don't want to, or they're just not interested. Some people, in how to stay balanced, or working on their higher selves, or, developing the study of what energy is theirs or not. If a person is full of anxiety and always nervous and afraid, they want you nervous and afraid. And you'll find this if you are the calm one in the family or in a group. And when something happens, you may be someone who stands back, and you may observe people becoming nervous and frustrated. There's a large portion of people here in the world, especially those who have been through a major awakening in their life, uh, meaning they have experienced a lot of hardships. Black people who are black sheets of the family, people who have overcame mistreatment and misfortunes in their life back to back repetitively. That increases a person's strength and their tenacity. It makes them stronger. It makes them wiser. It doesn't make them better. It makes them better than who they were yesterday. Not better than anyone, but better than who they used to be. A person who goes through a lot and they're constantly overcoming it. And, if they've been mistreated by family, if they've been in relationships where people were deceitful or cheaters, if they've been stolen from, if they've been homeless, if they've been lied to, deceived, mistreated, their entire life. Those kind of people who overcome those hardships and they're still thriving. And, those are the kind of people of when they hear of something on the television or something, in the media, they know how to go and recalibrate their energy. They're going to tap in. It doesn't matter what your belief system is, whether you're in spirituality or you are a religious person. All are welcome on this channel. Yes, there is a difference. Okay. But those kind of people know what to do and they know where to go. Even if it's reading the Bible scripture, they're not going to panic or be frantic. They know, okay, wait a minute. Let me breathe in, breathe out. Wait a minute. Let me sit with this for a minute. And as I just said, 99 times out of 10, 99 times out of 1, you find out it was all for nothing. You find out that you were all in your head, all for nothing. The more you become spiritually inclined and not disregard the inner niggle and inner wiggle from your ancestors, trying to let you know, don't make the mistakes that we did. We've been there, but we're still here with you. We're not in that avatar human fleshly suit, but we're still here with you. And we see you. We see you stressing. We see you having anxiety. And my child, you need to go within. You need to trust the divine. Okay, so someone's spirit team, ancestors, is trying to let them know that. They want you to rely more on the spiritual than the physical. Yes, things around you may not look how you want them to look. Yes, you may be trying to manifest and maybe you're saying, you know what, well, it ain't working. Yeah, it's working. It's working, but you have to remain grateful. Have to remain grateful, number one, and trust that it's going to work for your highest good and stop allowing certain things to alarm you. Okay. I don't care if it's a thunderstorm and the trees are blowing hard or you feel the windows rattling. Trust and know that it is what it is, and whatever the outcome is for your highest good. It is time to fine tune your spiritual connection. Doesn't matter what your belief system is, whatever it is. It's time to fine tune it. Mm-hmm. No pump faking. It's time to really fine tune it. I brought this up before on another read. If you want to know about faith and want to know about trusting, just think about a person who's homeless, who sleeps outside every night, who don't know where their next meal coming from. Think about the courage, the strength, and evidently they must know something that we don't know that keeps them going. And the ones I have met are very nice. The ones I have met and talked to are very nice. Just think about that. Just ask yourself, what is it within them that gives them the courage to keep going? To keep going, not knowing what tomorrow will bring. I'm just using that as an analogy, just as a reminder, just as inspiration, just as motivation. Don't overwhelm yourself with stress and worry. What is for you will never pass you by. What is written in the stars for you will be. And the sooner you accept this, because see, your spirit team wants you to accept it, that it is what it is, and you're one person. Only thing you can do is what you can do and surrender the rest in all situations. That means do your best. Give it your best shot. Do your part. Be compliant. But after that, let go, surrender, and just simply let it be. Let it be. There's no sense to fluster the bluster. There's no sense to And I don't know what I just said, but that's for somebody, There's no sense to overindulge in vices, You can't drink it away. You can't puff it away. You can't, it'll still be there. So, if you want to have a drink, go ahead and have your drink. To each his own, do you? Okay, but not for them reasons. That's not going to rid any circumstance. It'll be there, you know. If this is what you desire, then it's yours. But you must shift your perception so that gratitude can be cemented in your soul, in your spirit, just being grateful for everything around you, the birds, the bees, the trees, just being grateful. You got the Ten of Pentacles and Waka, the Ten of Cups. And this could be present in front of you. It could just be appearing in a different form and you're not recognizing it because you could be focused on the other things that are going on around you that are really not for you. They're happening around you, but they're not for you. But you're giving your energy to these things. And so it can be causing a distraction. Okay. Because this is the first card we started off with. This is the first card. Okay. Told you to dress and go shopping, and like I said, if you were saying, oh, you don't have it, well, take the clothes you got and dress up. Put on your makeup, do your hair, whatever, fellas, cut your hair or whatever, put the clothes on, whatever. You don't need a reason to be great. You don't need permission to be great. Who told you that? They lying. And your spirit team saying, come on in, come on in. Enjoy life. Enjoy life, collectives. Do the best you can and keep it moving. But be grateful. Enjoy. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Doom, 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 doom. Yes. Because there's a lot of prosperity. There's a lot of overflow. Just waiting for you. The moment you shift your perception, you're going to see that it's already there. It's already present. You're going to see, this Ten of Pentacles here. Okay? It's already there. That house is already yours. That car is already yours, This also represents harmony, having harmony in a household, between and amongst family members, whether these are relatives or your immediate family, your children, or your spouse, or just having the energy of harmony flow through your home periodically, okay? Maybe you are someone who practices feng shui. Okay. That's for somebody in particular. Maybe you have beginning practice in some sort of feng shui. Okay. Spirit is reminding you, we are gifting you a pinnacle. We are gifting you this energy. Okay. We're gifting you a pinnacle. We're gifting you all that you desire. We just need you to shift your perception because it's already here. It may not have arrived in the way you thought or assumed it would, but it is present. And we want you to see that. Now, if we're collective, if we're constantly in the energy of change and everything is changing around us, don't you think when you're manifesting that things will arrive differently? It's just something to think about. It's just something to think about. It's just something to think about. Don't you? So connect with your spirit guides, connect. They want you to connect, okay? Twice. Here's 3. There's another one out here, but I'll hold up 3. Ground yourself, balance out in nature, okay? Your ancestors, they are around you. Energetically speaking, in spirit. We've done it. We've done this before. Please don't live your life the way we did. We love you. We want the best for you. We've done this. Don't carry so much burden. Do what you can. and surrender the rest. Communicate with us when you feel the need to. It's just a regular conversation. It's nothing special. You don't have to do what you see other people do. You don't, hey, just kick it. Just kick it. If you want to light a white candle, you can. Make it your own, okay? Maybe somebody's getting a reading. I see a Ouija board here. Maybe there's someone getting a reading, okay? Maybe this is you, collective, thinking about getting a reading. As I mentioned, a white candle. Ooh. Yeah, all is well. It's all about perception, how you perceive things. Energy goes where the mind flows. If you're going to the negative looking at this Ouija board, then guess what? We'll put it in the middle. I love that card. Love it. We have balance again. Everything comes back to balance. Balance and balance. It's being confirmed. It's two different decks. They want you to stay balanced. Because, see, as I expressed already, there's going to always be some issue going on, collective, that you're going to be like, wait a minute. No, I don't like this, but it's out of your control. But you have to find a way to maintain your well-being so that you can see yourself through. That's the whole goal. You have to find a way. And it's not easy, for anyone. Life is not easy for no one. No one knows it all. Nobody has it together. Don't ever assume that. People are working with what they have, and hey, hoping for the best. That's what's going on. Nothing more or less. And it has nothing to do with material, with money. People assume that. Oh, it's the money. If I had this, no. Because the people with money are going through things. Okay? Happiness truly comes from within. And you must have a spiritual connection if you have nothing else. You must know thyself. You must. Oof. Child. And there's protection. There's protection. There is protection. Reminding you are protected. You are protected. Being confirmed again. Gotta show it to you. Now, the Nine of Wands said, which represents perseverance, it said it would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. That's what it says. And you are protected. Sure. It's gonna be all right. Let them nerves go. Take care of your business. We're not, the message isn't ignore what's going on. Handle your business, but let go. Care what it is. Look into things. Make sure you're paying your bills, whatever. Be responsible, but after that, let go. Let go. And as I speak to you, collective, I'm speaking to myself, okay? And that ain't a brown nose, okay? My nose is brown, but that is a brown nose. I had to throw that joke in there. Yes, I did. All right. The Queen of Pentacles, down to earth, material wealth. Material wealth. We got that. We got the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles out here, the Ace of Pentacles out here, okay? And the Nine of Cups out here. You got the 9, the 10. This is beyond abundance. They're letting you know it's here. You're already on your throne. You didn't jump the timeline and you're possibly unaware. That's okay. Do some research. Get reading. Get researching. Do some research, collective. You could be someone empathic. You could be someone studying spirituality. You could be at the top of your game. You could be at the peak of your game. There's something going on, but it's good and you don't know that it's there and it's in your face like, hey, I'm over here. Like, hey, I'm over here. You jump the timeline or something. Or you've manifested something is here and you don't know that it's here. And maybe you're petitioning for it and they're like, no, it's here already. You know, like, what did we tell you? It's here already. You're busy holding everybody else's burden. You don't have to be worried like everybody else is worried. You're different. We got you. You have a spiritual connection. You've been doing this. You don't have to lose sleep over anything. Don't allow people to put you in that energy. You're going to eat every day. Don't have to worry about what they're doing with food or food stamps. Straight up. With food or food stamps, you're going to eat every day. That's not an insult. That's the truth. Stop worrying. Stop worrying. Come out of the conflict with yourself. You will be provided for. You are protected. It's out here several times. Abundance and protection. Abundance and protection. Abundance and protection. If you don't plan on paying for a read, this is your read. This is your confirmation. Even though it's a Ouija board, this is your confirmation. This is what your spirit team wants to know. That's for somebody. You are protected and the abundance is here. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. And the Queen. This is material wealth. Things that are tangible, things you can touch, feel, things you can experience. You don't have to worry. Look at the worry on her face. The seeds are planted. The work is done, but she looks worried, male or female. You don't have to worry. You do what you know you're supposed to do in order to obtain and maintain and surrender the rest. It may look like a battle while you're moving forward to calmer waters. Like I said, it may look like what you're trying to manifest isn't present, but it is present because you've jumped another timeline. You could be in the between two timelines. You're here and you're there at the same time. You could feel this way from time to time. You need to work on grounding yourself more. It does, as you're moving on to calmer waters, you see the lightning coming down, the water splashing up. There's a lot going on, and because there's so much noise going on around you, you're feeling this energy here, which is not yours. It's just the environment. You are not in fear. It's the people, places, and things around you. It's the energy that is around you. Make sure you're practicing spiritual hygiene. You could be losing sleep, but this is not your energy. It's the energy around you. Maybe you need to cleanse your home. Maybe you need to sage your home. Okay, it's not your energy. It's not your energy, collective. It's the energy around you. Your manifestations are already here. The Ouija board represents this reading here. That's for somebody. Your spirit team is letting you know. This is one of your confirmations, one of. And the fear and the sleep you're losing is because the people around you or the environment. Make sure you're taking you a spiritual bath and you're cleansing your environment. Maybe you want to get a talisman or something to wear for yourself. Do some research on those things. Look into, find out what works for you. You could want to go by your zodiac sign. You may have received this as a download while you were astral traveling, that you need to purchase a crystal or a talisman to wear on you. Maybe you need to wear some copper as well. Silver is powerful as well. But do the research and find out what works for you. They're saying you will be magnetized towards what to purchase, meaning you will be drawn. They want you, that's why they're saying do the research. You will be drawn to what to purchase for yourself. You are protected. Once again, you are protected. You are protected. Maybe you did some kind of ritual during a full moon phase. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Somewhere out here. Here it is. All this great fortune. I would claim this read if I was you. I would claim this read if I was you. This concludes the read, and I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Late.